Welcome back to Satisfactory, guys. Today's episode, reinforced concrete, and what else are we going to do? Transporter tubes. So let's quickly head over to the steel mill and we'll get that third level put on. Oh no, look at that. Them lifts are orange. I'll have to rectify that. Pinky purple for the win. Let's do a quick check of the other rooms, just to make sure they're all pinky purple. My OCD can't cope otherwise. Yep, that one looks good. Right, let's get to the third level and we'll start building. And for all the eagle-eyed viewers out there, you may notice the floors are now like a creamy yellow. I don't know why I did it, don't ask. Right, you fool, let's focus. Okay, what is it? Reinforced. Is that the right one? I don't know, I've got the wrong machine totally here. Swap that out, we need an assembler. Right, now we've got the right machine down and it's encased industrial beams. I don't know why I keep thinking it's reinforced concrete. It is though, isn't it? It's steel with concrete surrounding it. But never mind, I'll go with what the game says. So what do we need for this? We need steel beams and we need concrete. Luckily, we're already making steel beams. So all we'll have to do is just increase production of them. And then we'll have to get the concrete running, which is pretty easy. Because luckily, we are quite near a stone node. So we'll sort that out as well. So first job to do is let's remove this window, put a conveyor window in. And then we'll get the steel beams sent up to the third floor. Okie dokie, let's head downstairs, quickly look at the foundries, because offhand I can't remember how much ore this thing needs per minute. Right, 45. So, let's now, how many we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4? Right, we've got 4 running at the moment. Let's see how many we can get with the extra minor 2s running. And so it's running 30, so let's totally double the whole production. So that'll run at 240, so that'll need tier 3 belts. Let's get on with that. Right, let's head upstairs and we'll add some more foundries. Right, the upgrade's not as good as I thought it would be, is it? So that's 45, 90, 180, 225. Oof, so we're only going to have 15 to play with. Really, we're only going to get maybe 1. We could run another 2 extra machines, but they won't be running at capacity then. So let's do the foundations and we'll figure this out. I'm having a bit of a bad day today. This is going to be the 3rd time I'm going to have to go to base and pick parts up. I've got to be more organised. I can only apologise. I'll do a quick bit of YouTube magic and I will get back here as quick as I can. Right, now hopefully I'll have everything I need this time. Fingers crossed, let's get this foundry built. Oh no, we're running out of real estate. Let's build small. I love factories in the sky, it just is the best. Right, let's remember to pick steel ingots or it won't be making anything. And let's do the usual kerfuffle. We need power lines, lifts, and all the belts to the machines. Luckily, everything's already built, and we can knock this out pretty quick. There's not much working out here, actually. Right, now that's all finished. Didn't take too long, actually. It was pretty easy to do. Let's get upstairs, and we're going to have to do a little bit of rearranging here with the pipes and the beams, because we've got to actually make like 3 times as many beams as pipes, because we've got to split the beams into 2. One going to keep for beams, and one going for the encased beams upstairs. So let's do that next. Right, I'm really happy with that. It took some doing, splitting up the belts, but we got there in the end. Right, next up, let's get a lift from the 2nd floor with the steel beams up to the 3rd floor. Oh, every time I put the assembler too close. Let's move that 1 square further back. And let's put the lift in for the concrete. It will be the first one because the middle line is used for iron ore. So let's keep it nice and symmetrical. Symmetrical, is that the word for it? Tidy, rather. I don't know. So let's build the conveyor poles, move it across one. That's it. And we'll build this up to, what, 3 levels? Yeah, we'll do 3 levels. And we're going to have to delete one of these lifts because for some reason I've got them both at the same height. I don't know why I've done that. The design slightly changed from the rotor factory or the reinforced plate factory, mainly because I'm thinking of upgradability. I like this actual look, so I'm going to keep it the same as the rest of the factory. If you line up the conveyor lifts with the splitters on the merger correctly, you'll hear a little beep. That means it's joined totally on. Otherwise, you're going to have a little belt from the lift to the splitter. This time, I think the gap's just a bit of a weird gap, so I'm probably going to have to move the conveyor poles and all the belts just one step further back. Yeah, that's super annoying. Let's delete it all and we'll just move it back one. Right, now that's sorted. Let's get the power connected up. Ooh, actually, we've got no way to connect it to. We need to build some walls, you fool. Right, let's do that next. Right, finished at last. Them belts were an absolute pain in the bum. I mean, how many times have I moved them? 2, 3, maybe even 4 times? Never mind, it's done now. Right, let's put a splitter there for the 2nd belt and another one for the 3rd belt. Then we'll add some lifts on the factory, then just join them up. Okie dokie, let's select the right recipe. Industrial encased beams. Oh, I've nearly got it right. Pop a few bits in that we had in our inventory. Then let's quickly check, make sure the steel beams are coming up here. Jump. Yep, there they are. Fantastic. That's all working. So let's wire this all up, and then we're going to build some more walls, and after that we've got to find a way to get this lift all the way down to the bottom, and also we're going to need the concrete to come all the way to the top. Plenty to do, actually. Okay, let's build a little platform out there just so we can figure out what we're going to do next. Will the lift go down there? Yeah, wow, that height is pretty high up. It should go between them. Stop looking down, you fool. Oh, God. Right, as long as I don't fall to me death, let's get the walls built and we'll sort the conveyors out. Okay, I'm happy with that. We actually had to put a fourth level on the walls just so we could have the ceiling on because the assembler is just slightly taller than the constructor. But we got there in the end. Let's put the lift down, and oh, I've already seen what I've done. I've made a total boo-boo there. We've gone one square further over than the others. Right, we're going to have to fix this somehow. Let's run the lift down from the third floor, try and get level with the other two if you can. One more, that's it, yep. Right, next we'll put a conveyor pole on, and then we'll join that up with a belt. So eventually we'll put another level rather, on the belt all the way back to base for the encased industrial beams. Yes, I said it right for a change. Right, so let's bite the bullet, let's delete these lifts, and then we'll delete that belt as well, and then we'll move the entire pipe and beam production, just the belts, one more floor over, just so it's in line with the industrial beams, so they all come down on the same square. I know it's a bit OCD, you don't have to, but I just like it to look really nice. I mean, in reality, it shouldn't take much to do. We're just putting a window in, couple of poles, move the belts over, everything else is already in place, so we'll quickly do that. And there we go, all done. Didn't take too long really, just a good 5-10 minutes. So we'll head downstairs and we'll put the lifts on next to the other one, and then we'll join them onto the belts all the way back to the base. Okay, there's the first one done. The second one, no, I can't quite get it. Let's quickly run down and then we'll look at it from below. Fantastic, now that's done, let's put the belts on. Oh crap, which belt was which? I've probably done this wrong, you know, haven't I? We'll join it anyway, we'll sort it out at base. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's put the stackable hypertube on top of the conveyor poles. We'll use them for transport. We'll sort that out in a bit. Okay, next let's do the entrance for the hypertube. For some stupid reason I've just deleted the window, so let's put that back. First up, let's pick the hypertube wall hole. Wow, that is a bit of a mouthful. Put that on first, then we connect the hypertube entrance to it. And after that we need power, so let's get the wall mounted power outlet. Put one to the hypertube and then one to the main factory power outlet. And now that's powered, let's put the tube from the entrance to the conveyor poles. And my day goes from bad to worse. We've got no copper sheets. Let's quickly check the tractor. I'm not sure if we've got any actually. Yeah, my brain is just seriously not working today. Right, we're going to have to head back to base to get some. But first up, I've just remembered I haven't done something. Coal production is still running at tier 1. We seriously need to upgrade the mine. So we'll do the tier 2s and we'll do the belts as well. I'm really proud of that little bridge. Little things with the railings. Right, let's check the miner. I think, yeah, it is 120. So we'll put a tier 2 miner down. That'll give us 240. So that'll be equal to the iron ore. So hopefully all the production will now increase to the level we want it to be at. Right, I'm happy with that there. So we'll simply just upgrade everything to, what do we need, 240. So we're going to need tier 3 belts all the way back to the steel factory. So let's do that quickly. Right, now I've done that, I've just remembered we're actually going to have to do the interior of the factory as well, because I'm pretty sure I'm running tier 2 belts on most of these things. So it's a good job I checked. We've upgraded now all to tier 3 belts, so hopefully the coal and the iron ore will get into the machines as quick as they can. Ooh, there's an awful lot of orange around here. At some point we're going to have to get the old spray can out and make everything pinky purple. So now we'll fix that, the beams and the pipes, that production, that should speed up quite significantly in about a minute or two once it's run through all the machines. I mean, there, look at the coal, how quickly is that coming into the factory now? And next I'm thinking let's get the concrete factory built just so we can get all this production up and running by itself, and it's totally automated. And look at that, we're out of miners. Right, let's build one of them quickly. Right, let's put the miner 2 down there, and then we're going to need, what, 1, maybe 2 constructors? I'm not sure, depends on how much ore is it making, 120. Right, instead of running all the way to the top of the factory and back again, let's quickly just build an assembler, and we'll check this out. We need 30 per minute concrete, so that's 2 constructors. I was just going to put them on the ground, but I thought, you know what, let's just put them on some concrete bases. It is a lot easier to line everything up and make sure everything fits in a nice little orderly manner. Wow, that's a bit of a tight bender. Hopefully when I put the splitter down, that'll fit okay. We can but hope. Otherwise, we're going to have to reorganize this. And let's fit the rest of the windows to the bottom of the factory, because I want to run the conveyor poles where it's kind of like a sort of little arm that sticks on the side of windows or walls, whatever really. I'm going to run that along the side of the building with all the concrete in. Okay, let's figure out where we're going to put the conveyor wall mount. That's what it's probably called. It's just a little arm thing. Oop, nearly forgot. We need to put a lift from here to that level window there. Then that will go up to the very top. I think we should be okay for distance on the lifts. Right, so let's build some foundations just at the side of the building, just so we can actually figure out where all the conveyor poles and the walls and everything are going to go. Later on when you get jetpacks, this will make this a lot easier to do. And let's extend the foundations all the way around the other side as well, all the way to the window, and we'll just get a good view of everything. Right, let's quickly run downstairs and we'll turn this thing out and make sure everything's running okay. And let's not forget, we're going to need the lift from floor 1, 2, floor 3 for the concrete. Bit of a mind blank moment. Which window is this? I can't remember. Right, let's quickly run upstairs and we'll have a look. Oh god, I am a numpty. And success at last. I knew I'd get there in the end. Right. Where is the concrete? It should be here by now. Let's go and check this out. Right, I shouldn't have worried. The concrete's on its way. It's just a bit slow because production is just starting up. Okay, I mustn't forget we need 30 concrete a minute, so I'll have to add another constructor to the stone mine. Okay, remember when I rearranged the factory down below for the pipes and the beams? Well, it's having a knock-on effect. Obviously, I've mixed up a belt somewhere, and for some reason, pipes have ended up here. I'm guessing there might be some stuck in the lift as well. We'll delete that. Yeah, there must be some stuck in the lift, so delete the lift, replace it, then hopefully the beams will be okay again. And there we go, we're finally filling up with beams again. That problem was my own making and I'm just a numpty. I can't get away from it. Well, the cement is finally on its way. Let's have a look, see if it's up here yet. And winner, winner, chicken dinner, here it comes. Finally, encased industrial beams. Is that the right way around? I think it is. Anyway, we'll be making them pretty soon. Well, since that's running okay now, I'll quickly run back to base, pick up some copper sheets, some pipes, and probably some iron sheets as well, just so we can run the belts, and we'll do the hypertube as well. Right, fingers crossed, I now have all the materials we need to build. Don't hold us to this though. So we'll build the belts and the hypertubes all the way back to the base. Right, let's get this wired up and let's go for our first ride. Woohoo! The plan is to eventually have these hypertubes to just every factory, anywhere you've got, just so you can quickly travel from A to B if you need to do something. The only downside is if you run out of power, the hypertubes won't work. So sometimes you may have to put a bio generator there just to fuel it up if you run out of power or something like that. And there we have it, nice quick journey. That was a lot quicker than driving, wasn't it? Well, I think I'll make that do today, guys. What I'll do off camera is I'll finish the rest of this factory, paint everything pinky purple because we definitely need that. And, ooh, I haven't got to forget to do the concrete. So if you've had fun, please come back again. Like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Any advice, please let me know. I'm probably doing something you don't, or you may have some great advice and I don't know about. See you next time, guys.